Hello everyone, we are doing a study plan on LeetCode named SQL 50. We are on the basic join section and it's day 10, query 10. Let's get started with our query. Question is average time of process per machine. We have a table activity which has 4 columns. The table shows the user activities for a factory website. These 3 columns are the primary key, and then the process ID is the ID of machine, this and that. Then we have the activity type is the enum type, which will have start and end, and timestamp. Timestamp is the float representing the current time in second. Start means when the process started and end means when the process completed. Let's try to go through the actual problem. There is a factory website that has several machines, each running same number of processes. Each machine is running same number of processes. Our sol write a solution to find the average time. Okay, end time, how I will find average time? End time minus start time, and then it will be divided by the number of processes. The machine ID is going along with average ID. Process time, it should be rounded to 3 decimal places. Let's try to understand it with an example. We have 3 machines, machine 0, machine 1 and machine 2. Each machine is doing 2 processes, process 0 and process 1. Each process has a start time and end time. That means machine 0 did process 0. Process 0 started, process 0 completed. Start time this one, end time this one. Average time end minus start, and we have to find the, in the result we have to find the processing time. That means the average time of each process. Let's try to write a solution for this one now. So we know we have to compare the column with column itself. We have only one table. That means it is a case of join, and that too self join. Only one table we have, right? So let's write from, this is the table name, activity. I have to join activity with activity itself, and just to make it more easy and readable, I will give first table as start, second table as end. Now it will be clear that I have 2 tables. One I will use for start, one I will use for end. Okay, so we will pick the machine 0. It will be same for each machine, right? Each machine is doing only 2 processes. So let's say I have now this one. This is my start. I have one more table, same to same. I have end table. Now see, I can do it with where as well, but obviously this is for the join. If I am doing a where, I will put a where and I will write a condition, but in that case it will become cross join, and there will be 4 into 4, 16. There will be 16 rows formed. Out of those 16 rows I will filter out the rows and give the expected output. Then if you go here in the actual table, we have 4 4. In the actual table we have 12 rows. That means 12 into 12, 64 will be formed. So that is not the good approach. We have to use on here. For on, what I will do, I will use the start. From the start table, I will say the machine ID should be equal to the end dot machine ID. Okay, and from the start table, the process ID should be equal to the end dot process ID, and start dot activity type. For start it will be start, and for end dot activity type equals to end. Now try to recall the diagram. On start machine ID equals to end machine ID. I am picking one machine For that one machine I am picking the process, one process, and for one process I am checking the process start and process end, right? Now with this one, my resulted table, the table which will be created after this on condition will look something like this. This will be my resulted table. Instead of using the where condition which would have give you 4 into 4 16 rows, after the on condition I will have only 2 rows. Each row start machine 0 has the process 0, has some start time, has some end time, and same way process 1 of the machine 0 has some start time and time. So even if you have 8 rows, here we have 12 rows. Out of these 12, because of this on condition, only 6 rows will be created. So that's why we should always join tables on the on condition. And now let me remove these. Let's see what I want now. Now I want the machine ID. So I will give select from the start. I will give the machine ID. Any table you can pick, start or end. Machine ID is same in both. And then what I want, let's see, I want the average of each process that I will get by end time minus start time. So for average we have average end dot when the process end, for example it ended at 11 and it started at 10, start dot end time, right? I get the average, but then again in the problem it is saying I have to round it to the 3 decimal. For that we have function, I want 3 decimal rounded, and for that we have function allow you round function. Okay, and in the result I want the column as processing time. So we know we can change it as processing time, and whenever we are writing what we say, the aggregate function, we have to use group by, and then by machine ID we are grouping, because I want group of machine 0, a group of machine 1, and group of machine 2. So let me submit it. It is working. If I submit, it is working as expected. If you see, right, query is also like getting good this one performance. But now if I use where as well, as I mentioned, where will also work in cases of inner join. When we are not mentioning it is a left join and or a right join, where and on works same way, but it is better to use on. In case of left or right there will be difference based on the condition, but in case of inner join both works in same way. If I submit it using where as well, it will work. But it will not perform that much better. So hope you understand it. If you want to know at the backend how tables are actually getting formed, you can watch the day 8 query 8 video. There I am explaining in detail. Hope you understand it. Thank you so much for watching.